Good morning, students. Let us continue with our yesterday's topic, water energy. Nearly 71% of water. Okay, so harnessing the energy from the flowing water can be used to produce electricity. You have studied already that from the water we can generate the electricity, and that electricity is called as hydroelectric energy. So if the water is stored in dams or from the waterfalls, when it falls on the turbines of the generator, it will make these turbines to rotate, and like that the electricity is produced. The technique to harness the water energy is called as hydropower. The electrical energy is derived from the water flow, that means from the waterfalls or from the dams. When the shutters are open, the water will rush out very fast in a very speedy way, and it will falls on the turbine and makes the turbines to rotate. Hilly areas are suitable for this purpose, where there is a continuous flow of water in large amounts falling from a high slopes, or waste generation. That means there will be no pollution when the water generates the electricity. Hydropower plants converts the kinetic energy of flowing water into electricity. This is called as hydroelectricity. Now next comes the tidal energy. Tidal energy is the energy obtained from the movement of water due to ocean tides. You know that in the oceans during the full moon and new moon days, all the tides are produced. From these tides, the tidal energy is generated, and from this tidal energy, the electricity can be produced. Tides are the rise and fall of sea levels caused by the combined effects of the gravitational forces exerted on the oceans of the earth. So how the tides are formed? Because of the combined effects of the gravitational force exerted from the oceans on the earth. A tidal stream is a fast flowing body of water created by the tides. When the tides are formed, the water will be flowing very fast, and the same thing when it falls on the turbines, it makes the turbines to rotate, and the tidal energy or the electrical energy is produced. When the tides hit the turbine rotates and converts the tidal energy into electrical energy. Now, what are the advantages of the tidal energy? Tidal energy does not produce any pollution. There will be no pollution produced from the tidal energy, because it is a natural resource. The oceanal tides, the waterfalls, everything is the resources which we are getting naturally. So, from there all we will not get any pollutions. It does not use any fuel and does not produce any waste. Tides are predictable, so tidal energy can be produced at any time. Water is denser than air and therefore can generate the electricity at lower speeds than the wind turbines. So this was the about the tidal energy. Now next comes the rainwater harvesting. You all will be aware of the rainwater harvesting, because in all your houses the rainwater is there. So you have seen in the rooftops of your houses, when this rainwater falls, it will get collected into the from there it will be connected to us through the pipes. It will go to the underground. Why it has made? Because if the water table is increased, the water level under the groundwater increased, we will not never get the scarcity of water. So rainwater harvesting is a technique of collecting and storing rainwater for future use. It is traditional method of storing rainwater in underground tanks, ponds, lakes, check dams, and used in future. The main purpose of the rainwater harvesting is to make the rainwater percolate under the ground so as to recharge the groundwater level. Percolate means to enhance the storage of water under the ground. For that only this rainwater harvesting is used. Methods of rainwater harvesting. Rooftops rainwater harvesting. Rooftops are excellent rain catchers. That means all the rain, when it falls on the rooftop, so what will happen? It will be fully drained out unwantedly, uselessly. So to store those water, it will be directed towards through the pipes towards the underground. So this water will be stored under the ground, and it can be stored in the wells, ponds, or anything like that, and can be made for the future use. The rainwater that falls on the roof of the houses, apartments, commercial buildings, etc. is collected and stored in the surface tank and can be used for domestic purposes. So next, how the recharge pit. In this method, the rainwater is first collected from the rooftops or open spaces and is directed into the percolation pits through pipes for filtration. So from there it will be connected to the pits where it has to be stored there through pipes for filtration. After filtration, the rainwater enters the recharge pits or the ground levels. After the filtration over, because on the rooftops, if any small leaf twigs or leaves, dried leaves or any type of substance other, from there it will get collected to these pits and it get filtered, and then it will only go to the ground level wells. People living in rural areas adopt a variety of water collecting methods to capture and store as rainwater. Some of the methods are digging of tanks or lakes. It is one of the traditional water harvesting system in Tamil Nadu. Aeries are constructed in such a way that the water in one area overflows. It automatically gets diverted to the area of the next village. So from areas to areas it will be interconnected. So when one area gets filled, it will get directed towards the next area as these areas are interconnected. Oranius. They are small ponds to collect the rainwater. The water is used for various domestic purposes, drinking, washing and bathing. These ponds cater the nearby villages. So these also are the one more types of rainwater harvesting. More to know, Kalanai Dam, also known as the Grand Anicut, is the fourth oldest dam in the world. Constructed by King Karikala Chola of the Chola dynasty in the 2nd century AD. It still serves the people of Tamil Nadu. The dam is located on the river Kaveri, approximately 20 km from the city of Tiruchirappalli. So this also still it is where the waters are stored, and still the Tamil Nadu people is making use of that. Now, advantages of rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting helps to overcome the rapid depletion of groundwater levels, to meet the increased demand of water, reduces the flood and soil erosion. Water stored in ground is not contaminated by human and animal waste and hence can be used for drinking purposes. So these are the advantages of the rainwater. No contamination will take place. When the scarcity of water increases, we can make use of that for the further use when it is stored. And underground water, there will be no depletion. Always the water level will be in the maximum level because of this rainwater is stored beneath the earth. So electrical energy management. Electricity or the electric power is produced by generators. The generators are operated by the turbines attached to it. The turbines rotated by steam, moving water or wind power to produce the electricity. Now recently only wind energy, tidal energy, everything we learn for producing the electricity. Conservation of electrical energy. The following measures can be taken even at home and school to save the electricity. Use energy efficient appliances to save the electricity like compact fluorescent lamps, light emitting diode, bulbs and other electric equipments. Switch off the lights and fans, televisions and other electrical appliances when not in use. How to save the power. Then switch off the mobile phone chargers when not in use. We have to switch off the mobile phone chargers also. Maximize the use of solar radiation. Solar water heating system can be used instead of electric geysers. Minimize the use of air condition. We have to minimize the uses of the air conditions also in the house, so that whenever we are not in need of the electric powers, we have to switch off those and we have to make use the electric powers in a wise manner. Okay, thank you students. We can stop here. Thank you students.